Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Skylant Shore with Attack Gaming. I'm having a lot of fun playing ArcheAge. Alright, so let's talk about a couple of things while the game is loading up here, so there's no hiccups. If you look at the UI, really simplistic, minimal, very modern, very awesome. The map is similar to Terra Online. It's a little bit, I don't know, not enough information for me. I like to see terrain, stuff like that. But it is customizable here. You can kind of move it up and down. I sometimes lose my character. Like, I don't even know where my character is. Right, there's my character. Okay. Sometimes I lose it. I don't know. The map is okay. You have a time here. Overall, the UI is pretty okay. I think this stuff right down here, I mean, this is, I don't know, it's a little bit icky to me. It doesn't look that pretty. It doesn't look as pretty as action RPGs or, say, Guild Wars 2, but it is functional, and that's what counts. We don't even need borders or anything, right? So, as you can see, we do have a lot of abilities here. I haven't customized it to what I would need. Like, I would never press number 6, 7. I normally put that to Q, E, R, F. So I need to customize that, but that is a possibility. At least the UI is functional. So there's that. Also, one thing to say is this compass system is pretty freaking awesome. The Elder Scrolls also has a compass system, but it takes up screen real estate. I don't like that. This is so much better. It's a lot easier to find things too with this system. Alright, so let's go do some quests. We are doing a first impressions here on the early game of ArcheAge. Basically a first impressions, you know? So, this is like levels 1 through 15. You're not going to be doing too much crafting like mansions or anything. You're not going to be doing too much endgame stuff here. Basically, you're just kind of mining minerals, doing quests, and kind of learning about the world and the world craft that they have produced here. And where your character fits in with everything. I think every race has a unique story. And there are cinematics. They're sort of like Guild Wars 2 where it's art-based. But there's also just sort of fetch quests, stuff like that. Actually, so let's go do some quests. I could show you pretty much that. Yeah, the quests are very usual. So you get a mount actually really early. I think this game's pacing is actually really fast, which is what I really appreciate about it. You raise the mount, I think like level 5. You get a boat too. I already have a boat. We'll probably go on a boat. I'll show you what that is like. You can make ships, like straight up ships, big ships. And mansions, all sorts of stuff, catapults. But let's do some combat here. So, one thing that I like is that there is mounted combat. But also, you can do leap skills off of your mount. Except I got knocked off while leaping, so that sucked. And the combat is just like World of Warcraft's. You can move while doing most abilities. It has a slight air of floatiness. Okay, more than slight. It's not exactly Guild Wars 2 or Terra, but it's definitely functional. And one reason why it's like that, well, other than being a really big world. Oh, as you can see, I can gather that. So there's gathering, definitely. Gathering is a huge aspect into this game. But one reason why they have that is because you're actually creating your own rotations. Sometimes you're going to see combo show up. Okay, you just saw combo show up. That's because whenever certain prerequisites are met, an additional effect happens with that attack. And this comes into play when you make your classes. So you have basically 3 class archetypes. Battle Rage is like a warrior. Witchcraft is like a warlock-ish. It's kind of support magey, really more on debuffs. And then you have Shadowplay, which is like your rogue. But it's not just melee. There's also some ranged abilities in here too. So Battle Rage, Witchcraft, and Shadowplay make a Shadow Blade. That's what I am. I'm a Shadow Blade. And what's really cool is that if somebody else is a Shadow Blade, they could potentially have totally different skills than you. I believe you can only have 23 skills. So as you can see, there's a lot more than 23 skills here. So they could have any 23. I could have any 23. There could be another Shadow Blade with another 23. And we could just have totally different skills all together. Definitely really cool. And remember, because of the combo system, you can combo and have different rotations of different abilities. And so, like, I don't know. The potential is mind-boggling, really, especially for a new player. But I think the way they introduce it is really good. You pick one at level 1, you pick another class at level 5, and then another at like level 10. And then you start to learn that you can combo different things. And it works out. You can always respec as well. So I think this game definitely has probably one of the biggest or most deep skill sets in any game. Definitely. I think Guild Wars 2, you only have you have a very limited bar. WildStar, you have a pretty big-ish bar. World of Warcraft, of course, you have a huge bar. But in this game, because you can have custom rotations, stuff like that, you have custom classes, it just adds a layer of depth that pretty much no other game is going to have. Especially, I mean, since it's going to be a free-to-play as well, Oh, this game is definitely going to be popular. In the closed beta 2 event, I can tell you that it's grossly popular, which is to a fault at this moment because there's actually a system that I'm going to glorify this game, definitely, through this first impressions. But there's something that I want to talk about that I really, really hate with the questing. The questing, the pacing, everything I like, I just hate mob tagging. For instance, whoever gets the first hit on the mob is going to get the loot. They're going to get the count for the quest as well. So if there's a boss and it's open world and everyone needs to kill the boss and they're just sitting there waiting, it's going to suck, right? It's horrible. You have to make sure you get the first hit. Definitely, there was one time where I waited for an entire hour trying to kill a boss because everyone else was getting first hits. It's just, it's a little bit annoying, and I don't think that's proper. I don't know. I feel like modern games shouldn't have that anymore. There should be systems in place to counteract that or be in place of it. So I'm just doing combos and everything. I'm just grinding through these people. This game is not grindy at all. I really should be questing. And it's really easy to go through these quests, I believe. As you can see, I'm actually getting hurt. I'm going against 2 people, and I got the jump on 1. And you see how hurt I am? It's absolutely dramatic. Let's go and... oh, I'm actually out of potions. I might not make it through this. The game is not easy. It really isn't. So I barely got saved. I fought 2 people. The game is not easy. I'm glad that it has difficulty like that, even so early in the game. Level 13, pretty early. I got to level 13, what, in like an hour? Like, I really didn't play that much, and I'm already level 13. So yeah, look at the game. It's really pretty. Really nice. I think so. I think it's pretty. CryEngine, heck yeah. It is realistic. I mean, we see WildStar, World of Warcraft. I mean, you know, cartoon graphics are sort of timeless. So hopefully this ages well, and I think it will. All right, so what? Number 1, collect Dwarven machine parts. Okay, so we can see where they are. We're actually going to go behind this guy. Let's go ahead and help him here. Do some damage. As you can see, we're not going to get the loot for that at all. In Guild Wars 2, we would have. Okay, we're going to do some damage. We're going to kite this guy. Oh, it doesn't matter because he's ranged. So we're going to just spam some abilities. Oh, he knocked us back. Good stuff. I wonder if the AI is excellent in this game or not. I know I get my ass kicked a lot. Okay, so let's get some Dwarven parts for this quest here. Quests are, you know, very usual. I'll be honest. I haven't gotten to any quest that's particularly special. There's been a couple where there's a couple unique mechanics, like you have to climb over rope or you have to climb up a tree. So that's really cool because ArcheAge it does have some interesting mechanics to it. Like you can go across oceans, you actually have boats, you actually build things, you actually raise things. So you can have, okay, so these are just respawning here. Can we take these again? Awesome, fantastic. So you're going to have some interesting quests, but early on, you only get a tease of it, and that's pretty much how the early game experience is. You're just kind of being teased. I honestly think being teased is better than not showing anything at all until endgame, you know, World of Warcraft, or just being thrown everything together at once. Nobody likes that. So the pacing in this game is definitely good, and it's to its benefit. All right, so before I finish my first impressions, we got to talk about the character creator. Because not only in this game is it good, but, you know, it's first impressions. We got to know what the character creator is like. So let's go in here. And I have to say that this game does it right. It's not as good as WildStar. WildStar, hands down, is probably the best character creator right now. Black Desert is shaping up to be freaking fantastic. But this game is definitely, you know, standard. Like every MMO needs at least this level of detail, I think. So we have Nuian, we have Elf, Firin, and Harani. Basic races. A little bit of load problem there. Basic races, right? Normally I like more creativity. Elf looks way too similar to Nuian for me, and I mean Harani, I get it, it's a different ethnicity, but Elf and Nuian looks really similar. So anyways, we're gonna go to Freeron here. You see they have different abilities, but what I like about this game is that it does have a good level of presets. I think for the hairs are kind of a little bit similar-ish. They could really do a little bit more presets with hairs, but you do get ample amount of colors. And then you do have all these different presets with painting. You have different skins, eyes, all sorts of different stuff. But you also get sliders. So you can really customize your character. The only thing you can't change is really like the physique. So everyone has a very similar physique, which is a little bit tragic. But you can change the face to an extreme amount. So you have pretty good presets, I think. And then you also have sliders. So overall, character creator is pretty good. I just wish there was a wider variety of races. And also a wider variety of physiques or different things that you could do. So, I mean, character creator is pretty basic, pretty good, I think. So what do you guys think? What are your opinions? if you're playing Closed Beta 2 or if you played Closed Beta 1, please let me know like what the end game is like if you've gotten to it, because I'm pretty excited for that. Let everyone else know in the comments below. But I'm pretty excited for this game. I'm going to level up. I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to try to, you know, build a guild up mansion. But I think this game's cool. So what do you guys think? Thanks for watching. I'm Skylant Shore with Attack Gaming. I'll see you again later.